Yeah, Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Yeah, I'm sure of it now. It's Wednesday the 27th. Hey, everybody. I'm sure there's nobody here yet, but we're here, and hopefully a couple people will come in. So, how you guys doing? Hope the day was going well for you. We were crazy today, even though we spent first few hours on the water. Did some fishing. Well, kind of. I guess you could call it fishing. It wasn't catching for sure. My plastic game leaves a lot to be desired, but I'm trying to learn. So now I know how you brand new sign carvers feel when you're watching me. It's the same way I feel when I watch the YouTubers catching fish on plastics, because my plastic game is bad.
Matt Mateo said hilarious boat entry.
Oh yeah, thank you, my wife, for showing that. Yeah.
Thank you, Richard. He said picture's good. Sound, great picture, great sound.
I'm glad you enjoyed that, Matt. Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. It was.
I wish I had the camera rolling.
Still
when he was
haven't
getting out of the kayak.
I still haven't quite got the whole enter and exit the kayak. Other than flipping over, capsizing, I'm really good at that. Haven't done that yet this year, but I did it a couple times last year. That's why everything is tethered down. My iPhone is there, but I got it in a waterproof case. Anyway, I'm going to try it again.
He was waiting for the flip.
Yeah, everybody was waiting for the flip, including me.
It was funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Okay, moving on. Yes, all right, so I've got a couple questions, and if you guys saw my announcement on Facebook an hour ago, we are going to be talking about the cedar fencing. I've got a couple questions about it, and I've done videos on this before. Video number 60 is one that comes to mind, and I go over some things, but some things have changed since then. That was a long time ago. We're on, that was back before we had 100 videos, I think. So the first question is from Kevin, and Kevin says, I have a quick question. When you buy cedar fencing, is it hairy and in need of a lot of sanding before you start carving? So far, I've been able to find boards that are, all I've been able to find are boards that are rough and need a lot of sanding to get them smooth. So let me kind of go over that a little bit. Where's my rocks? So here's a piece of the cedar fencing. And this one, I don't know that I would call this hairy. All of them are a little bit different. I wouldn't call this hairy, but I sure would call it rough. So this is more for new people that haven't watched a lot of videos on how I deal with the issues on the cedar. This one, what?
Little quail bopping.
Oh. So as you can see, almost all the cedar boards that I get have some type of a cup to them. That used to bother me, but unless it's really bad, if it's really bad, I don't pick it. And if
Dan
it's...
says, where's the fish?
Who says?
Dan Yotis.
Yeah, the fish are in the lake, Dan. Thanks for rubbing some salt in that
Dan
wound.
Yotis said Virginia has hairy cedar.
Virginia has hairy cedar. Yeah, so anyway, no, I didn't even see a fish. I didn't get a bite, but to be fair, today was all about trying to learn how to use plastics. I used a Senko and a wacky rig and a Ned jig and or a Ned rig. Anyway, I'm still learning. So back to what I know, because I don't know that for sure.
White cedar?
It's actually the cedar fencing. I would call it, I don't know, they don't tell you, but I would say it is akin to northern white. Yeah. I've cut northern white cedar before, and this reminds me of it. So anyway, you can see it's got a cup to it. So first things first, in regards to how I deal with that cup, and you guys that have been watching for a while will know this, I would always use this for the surface of my sign so that my router base will follow that contour. In contrast, if I used this, then the router base would hit here, and it would hit here, and it would impede the smooth sliding of my base plate. So if you guys, as you're going through and picking out your boards, definitely use this for the surface of your sign.
Rick Dow said he pays $2.04 for cedar pickets at Menards in Wisconsin.
Wow, that's really good. That's less than I've ever paid.
Leonard Davis says Milo's in Massachusetts has changed from cedar to pressure-treated southern yellow pine.
That would be
Hi, Tessa.
That would be a problem for me because I just don't like using pressure-treated lumber. I understand it from a business standpoint.
So dark. You guys, does the screen look dark? It just kind of went dark on me.
So, I'll keep moving on.
Yeah,
hopefully,
I can still see it. Just
okay.
Dark.
Yeah, a little over $2 for a board. I think when I first started buying them, it was a little less than $3, but $2.04 for if it's a 6-foot picket. I don't know if they make them any shorter, but these I've only been able to find 6-foot pickets.
Good. So it looks good. So.
Okay, good. So as you can see, it's kind of thin. So being as it is kind of thin, I want to try and preserve as much of this thickness as I can in making a sign out of it. So, in regards to Kevin's question here, he has to do a lot of sanding to get it down smooth. I'm going to show you how I treat this stuff. I don't do a lot of sanding to it before I start making a sign out of it. So, but I just wanted to cover a few things.
And you get 6 foot of board for $2.04.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. If it's good material that you can use. And again, all the cedar that I've ever seen out here, I have to pick through it. Sometimes I'll get 4 or 5 boards out of 10. Sometimes I'll get 1 board out of 20. But I just take my time, go through it, and then I put it on stickers, dry it out if it's wet. But definitely keep weight on this stuff, guys. At least for me, I have to keep weight on this stuff when I'm not using it. So I put pieces in between them, and again, I've got a lot of videos on it. And then I keep heavy weight on them, cinder blocks or heavy weights, so that they don't curl any more than they normally would during the drying process. So. Again, I don't sand it really smooth. I'm going to show you here in a minute. I'm actually going to do some sanding. And that goes right into my second question that Stephen Coyne asks about sanding this stuff. So to answer your question, Kevin, get back to you. I do have boards that are hairy. This really isn't one of them. It's kind of rough, but it's not really hairy. But they're all different. Every board's a little bit different. So some of them are almost smooth where I don't have to sand them at all. I would not use this right now the way it is and just lay a sign out on it and then drag my hand across it and get splinters like I just did. I wouldn't do that, even though I just did. Anyway, so I would definitely sand this, and I'm going to do that. So, yes, it all comes pretty rough, the stuff that I see, and I'm assuming the stuff you're seeing is that way too. But you don't have to sand it perfectly smooth in order to make a sign out of it.
Are you going to sand?
I am going to sand.
I'm going to move this word back in. I don't want it.
Well, I'll let you know. I'm going to talk a little bit.
That's why I asked if you were
I'm going to keep talking. I'll move it when I get ready to sand. So Steven's question is, I've noticed when you're sanding with the DeWalt disc sander that you mostly do it with a tilt to the front when removing the overspray. I believe it's an 80 grit. My question is, do you get a lot of deep scratches or any at all? When I finish a sign, it seems like I've always got some sanding marks that I didn't catch. So I'm going to show you how I do it, Steve, and everybody else. What's so funny? Oh. So this is not my normal thing.
Yeah, and that's not your normal tablecloth.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Surprise.
Mm-hmm.
You're just getting too comfortable back there. I had to do something to. I think I've got
remember, you
power
go
here.
to sleep before me.
I think I have power here. So, to answer your question, you're down on here, right? To answer your question, Steve,
Well, I figured you'd tell me when you were going to do.
I'm going to get ready to sand here. Don't be a jerk. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay, so yes, to answer your question, Stephen, I don't know, Steve, you didn't really say that you had one of these, but the thing that I really like about these is they spin so fast that it really, I thought I would get a lot more scratches, but this thing sands so much faster and so much smoother than the belt sander. It's not even crazy.
Is it okay to pull it now? Turn it on right at the mic.
Who said that?
Leonard Davis.
Okay. Here we go. So if you'll notice, I am going to use kind of that front edge, but then I'll just turn it. But I do use the edges rather than setting it down all the way down, because then it just gets all crazy. So even though you can see some little swirl marks in there, again, this is just my rough sand. That's as much as I need to do to get a good layout on it. I wouldn't be able to get a good layout here. And this, I can rub my hand across this and won't get splinters. So when I'm carving that, but that's all I'm going to do before I start making a board out of this in order to sand. Because remember, once the black is sprayed, or the color, whatever color you're spraying, once you carve it and then you spray it, then you're going to sand it off again with this, and then you're going to this is an 80 grit, and then
Got some sawdust. You need to dump that thing.
yeah. That's a 120 sand.
Are you done?
Very nice.
Done
Yes,
sanding?
I am done. So that's kind of my my process, Steve. Again, I'm not going to turn it on. I use the edges. I don't set it all the way down. I use the edges when I'm doing this disc sander, and an 80 and 120 work really well.
That thing just puked sawdust.
It did. And then this I do keep level. Once in a while I'll tilt it a little bit, but this more than anything else, I do keep this flat on the board when I'm doing the sanding. But if I don't know, you probably can't see that very well, but that is really smooth. That's as smooth as, definitely as smooth as I need it to be. So
Well, if you set that thing down and try to sand it down, that thing will just take off with you.
What's that?
The disc sander, try to sand with it flat.
Oh yeah,
That thing about took off on me.
And it does. It'll just, you have no control over it at all if you try. And that's when I first bought that, I didn't really know how to use it, and I tried to use it flat on the board like I did this random orbital, and it was just, it was chaos. I had no control over it at all. Then I and so I put it away. I was going to take it back or just not do anything with it at all. But then I decided to pull it, probably about a week later, I decided to try it one more time. And then I started just tilting it. I didn't watch any videos or anything. I just started to tilt it a little bit. And oh my gosh.
That's how you taught me to do it.
And once I learned how to use that thing, I don't think I'll ever use a belt sander again. That thing works so good. And the combination of these two together, it's just dynamite. It's so much smoother than I ever got with a belt sander. It's amazing. So Steve, I don't know if you were asking because you have one of these and you're getting, if you are getting scratches, my guess is you're not moving it fast enough. You're holding it too much in one place. Move it more. Keep it moving.
Lightning.
And
Lightning.
yeah, and have a light touch with it. But that's absolutely smooth. That is,
Forsick is here.
hey, Tim, right? Yeah. Anyway, that I really wanted to kind of go over that. So if we've got any questions on the cedar, now is the time.
Well, let me tell you who's here, and if there's any highs or buys or any of that. Oh, gotta go all the way to the top. Oh. Goodness sakes. Mike Kuhn is here. Jason Harrison is here. Tom Casalo. Matt, Richard, Andy.
Hey, guys.
Hi. Greg Anderson, Rick Dow, Chris Wright. Chris says hi.
Hey, Chris.
Glenn
Hey, guys.
Showalter. Paul Simons Jr., Danny Meadows, Hillbilly Dan,
Hillbilly
Will
Dan.
Hackler,
I will be answering your emails here in just a little while, Hillbilly.
Gary Litchfield.
Hey, guys.
I'm sorry, there's a bunch of them, and I've only got this much room to read them. So Mark Hollis, Lester Taylor,
Nice group.
Kevin Spataro,
So, as you're going through those, hey, guys, if
Jen
you...
Collins is here.
Who?
Jen Collins.
Hey, Jen. How are you? How's the family?
Keith Costa, Mike Kuhn, Dusty Long.
Hey,
Dan
Keith.
Harris. Dusty Long says hello from Conway, Arkansas. Woo, pig suey. Dan asked, did the internet company come and fix your connection? Well, they did. I've only been kicked offline 4 times since then.
Have you really? Oh.
Al Ramirez.
It seems to be
Wayne
running
Raleigh,
faster for me.
Spiro Karadimos, Sammy Gomez.
I think the video, I think today's video that should have posted, as you guys, if you guys are following on YouTube, should have posted at 3:30 this morning. I started the upload last night at midnight, and right now I think it's got about a half hour to go, maybe an hour to go. So yeah, but it has been running faster.
He's not listening to me.
Since he came out.
Stephen
Who's
Cook
not
said
listening to
100
you?
there. Drink lots of water. Stephen, it was 102 at 10 o'clock this morning. Trust me, it's hotter than 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Jen says, I'm good. Called Ryan today to chat.
Yep. Things are going well over there. So, yeah, it was when we left the water at...
It was about 10, 15.
Yeah, it was 102 down there on the water. Which is perfect. My time of year.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's good. I got some sun.
But anyway, oh yeah. So the video should be up
Tessa.
tonight. The video will be up tonight, the YouTube video, unless something drastic happens in the next hour or so. It should be up within the next hour to hour and a half, if all goes well. It's almost done.
Okay, sweat is running down my back. That's great.
And Vicky is sweating, so...
Vicky hates to sweat.
You just said you did. Okay, let's get on to the sign
As long
carvers
as
of
I'm
the
at
day.
the lake, I'm good.
Yeah, let's get on to the sign carvers of the day.
102 in Fresno,
This is beautiful.
108 in Henderson.
Ooh, 108 in Henderson. That's warmer than us.
Matt says I have a Vicky question tonight. All right,
Go.
Matt, shoot.
Do it.
Well, you can do some of those while he's typing. Mark Boyer.
Hey, Mark. All right, Natalie Watson.
All right, let me zoom. I haven't zoomed.
This is the footprints that I've seen.
Is
Before.
the disc sander on our Amazon store?
It is, yeah. It the model is DWE 6401DS. That thing is
72
amazing.
in Virginia.
Huh? 72.
Oh, Greg Anderson's, they're saying 72 in Virginia, 75 in Tessa. Where Tessa's in Nebraska. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Great job, Natalie.
Hi,
I
Larry.
like it. Terrific job. Nice use of the colors, kind of the maroon or purple and black. Very well done. All right, Richard Whitaker. I think you call him Richie, don't you? Isn't this the Horace Whitaker's
Richie,
son
yeah.
that you've talked to?
Yeah, that's him. I've talked to Horace.
You've talked to him on the
I
phone,
like
right?
talking to him, yeah.
Florida, I think. I want to
yeah, I
say
think
they're
he's
in
in
Florida. So this is Horace Whitaker, who's been following us for a while. This is his son Richie, and these are the signs he's made after carving for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That
kid
was
is
awesome.
really taking off with it, doing great stuff.
I think he's not so much a kid. He's got kids.
Oh, he looks like a
I
kid
know.
to
He
me.
looks like he's about 18.
I know, he looks like a kid. Anyway, great job, Richie. Very nice
That's what his dad
stuff.
calls him, so that's kind of
Yeah, terrific job. And this one is Eric Hicks. This is his third sign,
Wow.
and I think he's selling some of these for Second Amendment enthusiasts. But very nice job for his third sign. Wow, terrific job, Eric. I like it. That's a great niche. Mike Kingston. This is a piece of reclaimed cedar.
I like that.
Very nice. Very nice. That's, again, a nice niche. That's a really nice stock sign for selling. Very nice.
Gary Nolan is watching. Brian Fitzpatrick is watching. Sorry, we're just talking. All right,
this one
I
out.
want to get a zoom in. This one.
This is Bo Trower. Bo, I haven't talked to Bo for a while. But this is Bo Trower, and this is his second grandson. He made this as a present for his daughter-in-law. And I think one of the coolest things about it is the look on this lady's face. I don't know
That's
if you
Mom.
could.
I
I'm guessing
Let me
that's
see
Mom.
if I can. Hold on.
I'm guessing that's Mom. But she's got a smile
Move
on
your
her
finger.
face,
Oh, there we go.
which is really, really cool. I just think I love that aspect of the picture. But Bo, awesome job, dude. Very, very nice. Great job.
All right,
It's good to hear from you, Bo.
Ow!
Fighting flies.
Jen says, how cute is that little one in the cowboy hat?
Isn't that cool?
Hi, Lon.
Very cool. Hey, Lon.
Um,
How's things in CA?
let's see.
That would be
Mark
Canada, not
Hallis.
California.
Hollis, is it Hallis or Hollis? Is currently carving while watching. I haven't stopped carving since I received all the right bits.
Terrific. That's who?
Mark Hollis.
Mark Hollis. Hey, Mark. Thank you. That's terrific. I hope they're working well for you. You know where I'm at if you have any questions.
Matt says, remember I told you I was pouring the epoxy top? Yep, I remember. Well, I didn't order enough for the cedar coat. Or for the clear coat, I'm sorry. You think it has to be the same brand epoxy for the clear coat? No. I have used
You've used
different
brands over
Yep,
different
I have.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep,
you've
just
done it.
give it, take your 220. One thing I read a thing on a website. I can't remember the website. When you're sanding, like that, you 220 over it. You really want to scratch the heck out of it. You got to go side to side, up and down, and catty corner. So you're sanding, everything's sanded so that resin will adhere
That's
to
interesting.
the resin that's
Are
on
you
it.
doing that with an electric sander or just by hand?
Whatever. They just use it by their hand. They just
With a
sand
piece
it,
of sandpaper.
took it, crossed it, up and down it, and catty corner, all the way down. That
By
way you
catty
make
corner,
sure-
you mean diagonal.
Catty won't.
Right?
Yes, catty corner.
Well,
Catty corner.
you're moving your hands, but they can't see you because you didn't reverse the. So,
That's right. Catty wampus.
Yeah.
Jen says, I think I need to send in some bits for sharpening.
send them in, Jen. Or get in the car and drive him down. I'll sharpen them while you're here. Would love to see you.
All right.
Anyway, okay, that's
welcome.
I think that's it, guys. We're gonna cut it short. We've got an appointment that we got to get to, and in that regard, tomorrow night, my grandson, our oldest grandson, graduates from high school, and then we've got a big kind of a get together, shindig going
Yeah, we
on,
can't
shenanigans.
Go, we can't walk, so
Yeah, he's graduating online. I guess it's kind of an online thing. But then we're doing a big dinner, a party thing for him, and so that's little Eric, our grandson,
yeah, little Eric, who's 6
who's
foot
like
3.
towers over everybody. Yeah,
yeah. So will not be here.
we
Tomorrow
won't be
night.
doing a live tomorrow night. So
So-
the next one you'll see
It's Friday
live
night.
is Friday on YouTube.
Yeah. So Jen says, "Oh, Eric, as a woman, understand her catty corner." And Tessa
Good.
says, "I knew what you meant, Vicky." See,
Yeah,
us girls got it. Matt knew what I meant
Right.
too, huh, Matt? All right.
so you meant this
Check-
way, that way, and that way. Yes,
Check
got
out
it.
my Instagram and let me know what you think about it, Vicky. Do I
Who's that?
follow you on Instagram, Matt?
Matt Bay.
I thought I did. I'll check it out though.
Okay. All right. So that is that. So Friday night. So the next time we do a live will be Friday night, 6 p.m. same time over on YouTube, and we will not be using the iPad. We will be using that Vicky's
That's right.
phone. And probably doing it right here if everything goes right, unless there's crazy wind or something. But I don't think there's
I don't
supposed
think
to be.
So. It's supposed to be what?
Yeah. So
102
it should be
tomorrow?
nice.
So
well,
which means-
but on Friday you mean?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Friday.
Friday. So
Yeah, Friday it's supposed to actually cool off a little bit. But anyway.
yeah. Okay, that is it, boys and girls. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. As always, questions, email me, eric@makeawoodsign.com. And oh, by the way, if you do send me an email and you happen to be doing it on your smartphone, be sure and put your name in there. Sometimes people send me emails and all I have is an email
I get the same thing.
and no
phone
name,
number.
no names in there, and I don't know who I'm talking to.
Good
So
night, Dan. Good night, Jen. Good night, Andy.
good night, everybody. So we'll see you guys on Friday, and later on tonight, the
Sorry.
video will be posting later on tonight. So not this video, but the regular Wednesday video. And I think you're really going to like this project. It's coming out really cool.
Say good
So
night, Gracie.
good night, you guys. Have a great night.
Good
We'll
night,
see you.
everybody.
We'll see you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.